Okay.
Tell you, I asked Gunrun to find me a husband.
What?
And I'll read you his response.
So wait, what was his response?
It wasn't very nice. Hold on. I said, this was like back in September. I said, Gunrun, I have done so much for our vshojo family. It is now my turn to ask for a favor. I would like for you to find me a nerdy husband. Not right away, not yet, but keep your eyes open for me. I like him nerdy, I like him smart, I like them not intimidated by my drive. He said, quite the challenge, but okay.
Nerdy?
Quite the challenge, but okay.
Someone in my chat said I volunteer.
See? It might result in you being cannibalized. You have to consent to that. Maybe one day I will eat you.
I think a lot of people are okay with that. You'd be surprised with how many people are okay with that.
You know what? It's better to have loved and lost. It's better to have loved Matara Khan and haven't been eaten than never have loved Matara Khan at all.
True,
right? Yeah, I think so.
It is better to have loved what? Shit. My stupid is showing. I can't show. I volunteer, ma'am. Shut the fuck up, chat. You ain't going nowhere.
Go.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah, somebody in my chat was like, well, he didn't say no.
Yeah, but, you know, I want my CEO to be like, anything for you, Matara. I got you. This is an easy task for me.
He should be doing it right now.
You better be doing it right now. Yeah.
What would be the criteria for a man to be your husband?
Honestly, the really like lame but true answer is somebody that I enjoy spending time with.
That's not lame. What?
Me? No. Pull up the clip. Mata said she loves spending time with me. Hold on. We're one step closer. Me and my corn very excited. Let me take my glasses off.
For me is you gotta be friends before you are lovers.
True.
I think at the end of the day, one day the love, you know, no matter how sexy somebody is, no matter how in love you are with them, eventually one day you both get stressed, you both get tired, things happen, and you need to have a very solid understanding and friendship in that equation. Definitely because I am somebody who is very passionate about my goals and drive, somebody who has a growth mindset, who if we have a fight, they don't see it as like me versus them, but instead want to grow together. Many years ago, I had an ex-husband that like every time we would fight,
because you can't get cock.
Okay, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Really
Let me eat my corn.
And then the next day he'd be like, I'm sorry, I was just upset. I said that in the moment, but I was upset. Versus somebody who might see it as, okay, you and I have a problem. Let's fix this problem together. It's not you versus me, right? It's you and I versus the problem. Somebody who's a team player, right? Who would want to like grow together into the team that we're building. The team being, you know, whether it's an eventual family or even like, you know, having a house together, things like that. Kindness is really important. But I feel like just yeah, somebody that I feel is, you know, I'm somebody that has gone to therapy and I always try to better myself. I try to understand my actions, my words, my things like that. Somebody who does the same. I'm not saying they have to go to therapy, but at least that they like work on their, you know.
I do that.
My best example is like some people, they start dating at 20 and then they have trauma and problems. But when you get to 30 or 35, you kind of should figure out that trauma and problems a little bit more. And it doesn't matter if you went to therapy or you like maybe wrote in a journal or you figured it out, right? But I'm sure you've had friends who are boys or girls who maybe have the same problems in dating that they did 20 years ago. And at some point you kind of have to think, okay, but have you worked on yourself? Maybe you're just kind of going in blindly, expecting different results by doing the same stuff over and over.
Yeah, they don't know how, they don't have the necessary tools.
Yeah,
they don't know.
yeah. So when I say therapy, like I don't mean you have to go to therapy to get those tools. You absolutely don't. Therapy is usually a good way to get those tools. What about you? What would you say are your criteria for that kind of stuff?
For like a person?
For a person, yeah.
It's kind of like the same as your answer, but like I'm very much the type of person where it's like I cannot be with somebody if we're not on we're not like friends.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's very, I have to have that like friend connection. But then again, I also can't be attracted to somebody unless we're friends. It's kind of weird.
Oh, you know, I used to not be like that, but as I've gotten older, I can't do casual things at all. I think as I've gotten older, unless I'm in love, I can't do it. Or unless like I see myself falling in love with this person, I just can't do it. It's weird.
Do you think she can see herself falling in love with me? Is that a possibility? Dude, okay, you know what? I'm gonna put this in a checklist, right? Mata's checklist. Number 1, someone that is nerdy. Okay, I got that. Once I figure out these glasses issue, got that, right? Dedicated, me. My proof is that I stream consistently at like hours a day, every day. That's dedication, you know, that's proof. And then number 3, committed. I'm very committed. I'm very committed. Also streaming every day, committed. And then growing together. Oh, girl, all I do is grow. Okay, there's no way I could sing from here. When you're in rock bottom, all you can really do is grow. Let's be so real. All I can do is grow. I got that. And then what else? Therapy. I go to therapy, right? You got shit and you gotta deal with. I deal with my shit. Oh, I do. But when I shower, I go like fuck this shit, and then I deal with it. And I shower quite a lot. I deal with a lot of things. Journaling, I journal. I'm very kept together. Can't you tell from my eyes that I'm pretty kept together, guys. And I'm so dedicated to learning new things and improving myself. The only thing I don't have is cock. Do you think that's fine? That's like the only thing.
This delusional purple keep gaslighting herself.
What?
So I'm heading to bed now.
What?
Love you, Michi. Love your chat. Great job on the outfit debut. Got scammed for you did great and had fun with chat. I'll see you all next time, Michi. The top of Matter's checklist is not be Michi Mochivi, so can we go back to the clip, please, and thank you.
Fucking yeah, Momo. What? I'ma save us all some time. The top of Mata's checklist is not being Michi. Okay, 7. Thank you, 7 Hypnos. Have a great sleep. Thank you for the gift, by the way. It was so cute. I hope you had a fun eat time. Yeah, okay.
And it's kind of intimidating because nowadays everybody wants everything with like less commitment and more casual.
She needs to be friends before developing into a romantic relationship. Don't think of it as friend zoning, but prepping and vetting stage.
True. Oh, I like that. I
love perpetuating false hopes wherever possible for evil.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. I need you to look me in the eyes and tell me you love me. I'm sorry.
I can't do the casual thing. I've never been able to do a casual thing. It's just not
really.
I don't find an attraction to somebody in a casual thing. Kind of hard.
You know, another thing that's really strange with me, I'm very independent and I need to have my independence and my space. But I also, once if like I'm at a point where I'm living my life with somebody, right? And like I want to live together or do stuff, I kind of want to know what they're doing during the day. And it could be as simple as like, oh, hey, I am going to go work for 8 hours, talk to you in 10 hours.
Other people love life requirement. Stop watching. Time to get in dating practice with Sarah in call. She always ready for that.
Bro, I swear to God, sometimes people open their fucking mouth and then I'm like, bro, I do that.
As simple as like, oh, hey, I am going to go work for 8 hours, talk to you in 10 hours. But I kind of like to know. And
you like communication.
And it's hard to explain because sometimes guys will be like, what, you need to know what I'm doing every second of the day. No, but like
probably.
I also
do you want to take
if
that
we're living
chance?
like, you know, if we're living
Mata eats all her exes. Probably. Do you want to take their chance? Chat, I will take that chance. You know why? Because I know for a fact, chat, okay, if I ever get into a relationship, okay, that shit won't be an ex. Knock on wood. Yeah, no, yeah. I'm not gonna be devoured because I'm never breaking up with them. Hey, no, I'm a very committed guy, you know. And listen, I might try and act like a cute anime girl, but you know what? You know the allegations of people being like, you're just a VTuber because behind the anime character, you're a 30-year-old man. Yeah, at this point, I wish I was, brother. You know who's interested in 30-year-old men? Matara. But fucking insult me all you want. That's not an insult. Fucking actually, can we make that into a real thing? Just say, damn, Michi, you're not a girl. You're a 30-year-old man. I am a 30-year-old man. I can be your 30-year-old man. Whoa, what the fuck is wrong with being an old man and a VTuber? I never said there was anything. Okay, Joe, shut the fuck up. Okay, no, that's mine. That's my woman. If I ever become a man, you move out of the way.
Together, I don't want you to disappear for 4 days, and it feels like.
Wait a minute. Disappearing, like.
That's exactly what I mean.
4 days, like come on.
That's exactly it, right? Where sometimes, like, if I try to explain it to men, and I'm sure women do this too, right? Where it's like, oh, what? Do you want to know my every move and action? No, but you know, I'd like to roughly know what you're up to.
Wait, like, actually, that is an interesting topic. Chat, what do you think about that? If, let's say, someone is like, hey, I want you to update me, you know, just be like, hey, I'm gonna be working now for the next couple of hours. Something. Mr. VTuber, my ass, I'm taking back my award. No, but yeah, if someone does that, do you think it's too much? I mean, ignore the fact that a bunch of anime girls on screen say it's like, oh, that's a bad thing. And they're like, no, it's not a bad thing, right? Your own genuine opinion. Do you think it's like, okay, where do you draw the line between like updating and like, okay, that's too clingy for me? You know what I mean? Like, how's your day gone? Before that, like before you actually finish your day. So like when you start your day, you're like, good morning, I'm gonna head to work now. I'll be offline for 8 hours. I'll be back after 8 hours. Like that. I prefer clingy, but that's a strange middle ground, I guess. Depends on how much and if they are mad if I forget it. What if they don't get mad, but if you forget it too often, obviously they do get pissed. It's like 5 times a day, it can't... If it's like 5 times a day, it can get annoying. Oh, okay. I'm too clingy to not tell anything for a day. Probably fine. Depends on preferences. It becomes tedious. I do know a lot of people that have the same, like, opinion. Where a lot of my friends are the type to go, like, incognito for days, right? So they'd be like, hey, I'll be busy. And then they disappear, and then they come back, they're like, I'm back. And it's been like 5 working days. And you're like, what the fuck did you do? And they're like, oh, I was working on some projects. Like, they go full incognito mode. But I also have friends that are super mega clingy. Like, I don't mean clingy in a bad way. I just kind of mean like, that's just what I think it is. Where they're like, hey, you didn't respond to me in 2 hours. Are you okay? Blah, 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 blah. I need to know where you are, what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Like, one of those. So I do have like both sides of this story in a sense. So I do see it. Like I see, like when you're working, you're just working. You know, it's hard to break free from the work mode. But I also see where it's like, you know, is it really that hard to update every now and then? That was Mata, wasn't it? Actually, no. Ever since Mata got busy and I got busy, we both are like, oh, we catch up when we can. If we can't, nothing personal. We're just busy. But there were times where it'd be like, hey, I would appreciate it if you like tell me that you are busy and you can't respond, or if you can't do something. Because I will say I'm more of the distant type in a way. Like, I'm not clingy, but I like clingy people. Me personally, yeah, I am not clingy. I am more distant than I am clingy, but I like clingy people. So when I have friends that are distant, I'm used to it. But if I have friends that are clingy, I like it anyway. So it's kind of a win-win. Define clingy. I think if someone's like, hey, what are you doing? Where are you? Every like 3 hours or 2 hours, I kind of find it cute. Like, I'm like, oh my god, you care. You know what I mean? Michi, notice that. I'm gonna block you. But not like every 2 to 3 hours that they're like, where are you? What are you doing? I think it's kind of cute. It's like, oh, you think about me. That's sweet. You know, you think about where I am. But me personally, I am very like, hey, I'll be doing this for a while. I'm not sure when I'm done. Estimated time is this much. And then I go ghost until I am done with the work. And I would respond or I forget, which is probably the worst case scenario. Worst case is I get too tired, I forget, and I don't respond.
Radiancy got scammed for $3. That type of thing can get real tedious if it's something that has to happen throughout the day, every day. I can understand an update every now and then. Zemedelphos got scammed for $3. I love your new model. It's so cute. The ponytail makes you look like your sisters with Melly.
Wait, this is the default hair. But I have toggles that can make me look like this, and this. But right now we have our hair tied back for some reason. But GPS tracker... Oh, bro, that's where I draw the line. That is where I think... Okay, this is just my opinion. Don't fucking roast me. Ari! Don't fucking roast me for this. But I think if you have, like, a partner and you need to have, like, GPS tracker installed in their phone, just break up. Like, that's my opinion. That is my line. You know, like, if you really need to know where they are at every given time, like, anytime you can check up on where they are. I think that is way too much. I would rather have someone be like, ping, ping, ping. And I'm like, hey, 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 where are you? What are you doing? I'd rather have someone like that than someone that has GPS tracked on your phone. I would not want to know where you go. Like, it goes both ways. I don't want to know where you go, and I don't want you to know where I go. Because that's where I'm not doing anything. You know, I'm usually at home or around the vicinity. But the fact that, like, you know is kind of fucking creepy. Yeah, like stalkery. I think it's a bit too far. But me personally, I am more distant though, so I have this system in place with some of my close friends. Like, not Mata or anything like that, but close friends that struggle with stuff like this, right? And it's really weird, but I've been really liking the system so far. So I have friends that are very, very anxious, and they do get a bit, like, scared. Because I am busy most of the day, but I do try to respond, right? They do get a bit scared if I don't respond for too long. But the issue is I don't know what is considered too long for them. Because in my opinion, if you don't message me for 3 months, that's fine. You know, like, too long is like 2 years. That is too long. But anything less than 2 years is like fine, is whatever. So we have a system where when we message people, we have like an emote. You know those like red, orange, and green? It's like a red circle, orange circle, and green circle. Red circle is like urgent. I need you to message me like as fast as possible right now. You cannot, like, you literally cannot leave me on red. I need you right now. It's like red. And then orange is like, it's somewhat urgent. Respond to me when you get the chance to. Yeah, it's like traffic light. It's like, respond to me when you can. When you open your phone, you see this message, you gotta just respond, but no pressure. Green is like whenever you're free or whenever you want to. So we have that system in place just cause the fact that sometimes they say shit and then I'm like, bro, I don't know whether I should respond to you right now. Like, is it important? Cause like, sometimes I'm in the middle of things, you know, and I don't want to sacrifice something that I'm doing for something that's like, how's your day? Right? Where it's like, oh, I can just respond to this later. And it's starting to bother me. So with that system, I know that if I see red, I drop everything and I respond. But if I see orange, then when I see it, then I respond. If it's green, then yeah, chill lah, you know. It's been pretty good. I actually quite like the system. It helps me not overthink about it, and it helps them also not overthink about it. As long as no one abuses the colors, then we're fine. Yeah, but I actually don't... I'm not the clingy type, sadly. But I do like clingy people. It's really weird. Maybe it's because I'm not clingy that the fact someone is clingy makes me feel special or something. But me personally,
Thanks, Sayoni, for the 2 resub.
Yeah. No. Red, eat the corn! Oh yeah, my corn. Oh, I have little left. We're almost done. But yeah, I don't know. Being wanted does feel nice. That is probably my biggest issue. It's like, I like feeling wanted, but I feel like I don't make people feel like they're wanted. And I'm working on that, but it's just not normal for me. It's not normal for me to like message people all the time.
Yeah.
Every day.
Like, what the heck?
And if that's too much to ask, then sorry. Like, I'm not, you know.
I don't think there's anything wrong with discussing your day with somebody or like going over daily things with somebody. Like,
Double
I feel like
yeah.
the need to want to discuss things and to want to share what's going on in your life should be there.
I agree.
And if it's not there, then okay, then sorry. Yeah.
And you know, everybody goes through phases, right? Like maybe if I'm having, like maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm having a really crazy thing and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, 15-hour work days. But at least you can let them know like, hey, 15-hour work days, here's a heads up, I'm so busy. But I definitely do feel like sometimes it's something I had to learn that this is a need of mine. And if somebody thinks it's too much, that's fine, that's valid. But if it's too much for them, that's not, it's not for me.
Yeah.
You know? But it's weird because I'm also very independent and like I like my own space. I like doing things by myself. I like having my own interests, hobbies. For example, I like, even if you go to the gym together, I like to do things differently at the gym. We don't even have to go to the gym together. But
yeah.
I
don't know. I've lived my life isolated and like I'm used to doing stuff by myself and used to stuff, but it's like it's okay if we can't hang out all the time. That doesn't bug me. But it's like, can we discuss the stuff that you're doing today? That would be very nice.
Yeah.
You know, and I think if you don't want to discuss what you did with me today, then okay, well then maybe we shouldn't be discussing things and we shouldn't be talking.
Yeah, I agree. And again, like, I think sometimes when you say that to people, I've had this before where they're like, oh, so you need me to give you like a big debrief every day? No. You should kind of want to give me a small debrief.
Like,
and if you don't, then I don't think we're good for each other.
Yeah, it's like if you don't want to give like if you don't want to discuss things like what. That's not an open line of communication. How is that gonna work? If it's just like, you talk to me every few days and it's just like, what the
I think 2025 is my year, Mouse.
Oh my god, we were just talking about that in chat.
Really?
Well,
what did you say? What did
chat
you
was
say?
like, 2025 is our year. I'm like, sure, chat. That's what we say every year. And, you know, I was just doomsaying.
No, I mean, look, you're in better health in years.
But then again, like, I always expect somebody in chat said it best. I'm just like that. I expect the worst so that I'm not disappointed.
Sometimes I feel people have an idea that in order to show somebody that you care, they have to move mountains. It's in the little things, right? It's just doing little things often enough to show the person that they were on your thoughts.
I feel like all of this comes naturally by age, though, no? Also, I finished my choreo. Yippee! It was a good meal. Thank you for... Sorry for the little video.
Cyber Dragon X for the 8 resub.
I had to finish my choreo before it goes bad. I had a good meal. Good choreo. Yum yum.